everybody, and welcome to Compton Shenanigans. Today we're going to be putting together the new brakes on the black go-kart. Right here, as you can see, I have glued and clamped the brake onto the old bracket, and I'm going to be attempting to put it back on right about there on the cart. And in order to do this, I have to loosen the axle using the set screws and an Allen wrench. Then I have to beat the axle over in order to have enough room to put on the brake shoe. The reason why we're doing a voiceover for this is because we were outside. A lot of people were mowing their grass, and the hammer hits was very loud coming up in the audio. Considering it was recorded on a phone, it was very hard to edit the audio on the phone before it got too loud. So here I am hitting the tire and the axle with a block of wood so that I do not damage the tire or the axle with the hammer. And I'm trying to work the axle over in order to get enough room to install the new and glued brake shoe. As you can see, the axle is over far enough and I can get the shoe on, and I will be attaching that with brand new cotter pins to the brake pedal rod and to the spot working it in right now very tightly. Now, a side note to this is that once I had glued and clamped it and installed it, it lasted for about 2 or 3 rides, and then it came back off. So I continued to do this same process again, clamping it around a pre-existing brake drum, and once that was finished, I let it sit. I let this one sit for 4 days. I let the other one sit for an entire week, clamped up in the garage. And when I installed it, I also installed a rivet in the brake pad material through the brake shoe in order to better hold it. Now that job, just the addition of the rivet caused it to last about a year, and then it just recently came back off, the pad only. So being that this was a great idea for a video, it was a great idea, it really didn't last very long. So I would advise taking your brake up to some place that sells those brakes. For here, we have a place that does all kinds of automotive and go-kart parts and mower parts, and they will be the ones who are pretty much going to be, the ones I take the brake shoe up to in order to get a replacement. So here I am, finishing up the install on the bottom bracket, and I'm bending slipped. Don't get hurt now. Bending the cotter pins, and then I'm going to attach the brake rod that goes to the brake pedal using also a cotter pin. And then the only thing left to do is to beat the axle over in order to line everything back up, tighten everything back down, and then take it for a test drive. Yeah, pretty much. Alright. So now that the brake is on, I have to get the axle back into position without bending or damaging the brake shoe that I just installed by pinching it between the frame and the brake drum. Takes a little finesse to get it started. I'll tell you, the second time I've done this, it was a lot harder to move the axle in and out than it was on this time. I had to hammer it back in the second time. Alright, it's looking like I got it pretty much lined up. So all I have to do is lock it together and then take it for a ride. So let's go ahead and watch that now.
Make it work!